home and safe, right? So finally I did this arrangement with my old plants, and this is the final look of this arrangement.
Initially, I covered the drainage hole of the ceramic pot by the net. Then I placed the piece of a broken ceramic pot on it so that the soil will not come out and the water will get drained properly. This is a peat based soil. There is a two part of a coco peat, one part of a vermicompost, and half part of perlite is used. Now perlite used here is to provide the aeration to the roots, and there is no red mitti I have used in this mixture, because if I'll use the red mitti, then that red mitti gives the red mark below the pot wherever you keep it, and also this mixture is very light in weight, so I prefer to use the peat based soil mix to plant my indoor arrangements. Now this soil I'm going to put in the that ceramic pot. I will fill the ceramic pot fully with this soil mix.
Now in this arrangement I have used this Sansevieria plant. This is the Neon Bella palm plant, and also known as a parlor palm. This is also called as a desktop palm, and this is the lipstick aglaonema. Okay, now in this parlor palm and the lipstick aglaonema plant, the requirement of these two plants are same, are identical. Now these two plants can be kept indoor, inside, and my observation is that if you keep them under the normal tube light or the LED light, I am not talking here about the grow light, under a normal light which we use in our house, they grow very nicely. Okay, these both are the tropical plants and their requirement is same, so we can plant them together. Okay, and this is a succulent plant, but this is, even though it is a succulent plant, the soil requirement of this plant is not necessary that you have to plant this plant into the succulent soil. You can plant the Sansevieria plant in any type of a soil, so you can use this soil, you can plant this plant with these plants also. Now these two plants I have observed, this palm plant and this aglaonema plant, they can survive without watering for 4 to 5 days. Okay, so when these two can survive without watering for 4 to 5 days, same way that thing is useful for this Sansevieria, which is a succulent plant. So whole arrangement without watering can survive for 4 to 5 days. Now when we are talking about this Neon Bella palm, it requires the moist soil, same with aglaonema plant also, but they can tolerate, they can survive without watering for 4 to 5 days. This is the requirement of these two plants, and keep them inside your home, inside your house. Don't give them a too much harsh light. See to that they will get a natural bright light. Now these plants are my old plants. Now this is the lockdown situation is going on, I am not going out. These three plants are my old plants. Out of with these three old plants I have made this arrangement. Now this place where they are kept right now, they were here only, and this place is approximately 4 feet away from the window, which is in the south direction. So now this is a perfect light that they are getting a brightness. Right now also there is a lots of brightness is there in the room. There is no harsh sunlight coming inside. So it is perfect. This atmosphere is perfect for these plants. And my observation, my experience is that keep this Neandibela palm and Aglaonema plant below the tube light or LED light which we use in the house, they will grow very nicely. And what, see, now right now when they are planted, the soil is dry. I will water it, and when the whole quantity of the soil will become wet, then you can reduce the frequency of watering. Now at the beginning we should keep the soil moist. That is the first thing we have to do. They were in the moist soil. See, the whole quantity of the soil takes time to absorb the water. So first see that the full soil will become wet. It should hold the moisture. Then after that you can reduce the watering frequency to this planter, and this is a very beautiful, right now it's looking very beautiful. This is called as a miniature dish garden, you can say. This is the thing you can do, you can keep it at home, and this will, from the top view of this arrangement, is looking very beautiful, and this is like a masterpiece. It's looking like, which you can keep inside your home. It looks very beautiful, and such a things are also very good to gift your friends. See, when you are doing any kind of a dish garden, first select a pot which is broad from the top. Select a broad, wide kind of a pot for planting the plants. Here I have selected, this is a ceramic pot. Now depending upon the root ball of the plants, you should select the height of the according to that should be the height of your planter, according to the root ball of your plants. Now here I have selected, this is the Aglaonema plant, red Aglaonema, and this is a parallel palm. Their root ball is really very small, so accordingly this is, I think, 6 inch height of this is a 6 inch, and this is enough to plant the 3 plants of this height, and the middle space I have used to do some scaping. So when you are selecting plants for dish garden, select plants in a such a way that their requirements has to be same. Select different foliage plants. Here I have selected the Aglaonema plant, which is giving a vibrant red color, which is giving a vibrant effect to this dish garden. And this is a Sansevieria. This stripe of this Sansevieria are very striking. It gives a very beautiful look. The foliage of this plant is giving a different look to this arrangement. And of course the Neandibela palm itself, even if you plant this only one plant, it gives a very nice effect to your room wherever you are planting it. So all this combination of these plants, that is Aglaonema, Neandibela and Sansevieria, they themselves are very so striking, and there are so many variations in their color and their foliage. So and their requirements are also same, so accordingly I have selected them. So you also select accordingly. See that same requirements plants you are selecting and different height plants you are selecting, and it should give a variation. There has to be the variation in the color of the plants which you are going to use. When you are watering, see that the whole quantity of the soil that you have used should become wet. After planting any plant, when you are watering first time, then you have to observe whether soil is, after that watering, just observe whether the soil is dry or wet. If it is wet, don't water. When it will become dry, then give next watering. So friends, in this lockdown state, you can do many things with your plants. You can take your old plants, repot them. Repotting is a very good thing to do with the plants. You can add the fertilizers to your plant, repot them into in the same pot. You can repot them with the addition of change the soil. You can add fertilizer to it. Then you can propagate your old plants, and then you will get many plants out of it. And after getting small plants, you can use different arrangement. You can make different arrangement of those plants. You can make such a beautiful dish gardening, and you can make the terrariums also. And there are many things you can do with your plants. Your indoor place of your home, you can decorate with your plants. Now in this I have used, for the decoration, for the scaping, I have used these rocks. These are the natural rocks available that you actually I brought this from my native place. This is a natural red color lava rock. I have made this, I have just mounted them one above other, and it is giving the effect of a hill, and this white stone are put over this hill kind of a thing, is to give the effect of a water falling from here. And the duckling pair is kept, and this is the flamingo pair of flamingo is placed over here. So this is a way. There are very many ways you can decorate your plants. You can do your plant arrangement.
So on this note, Deepali is signing off, and you all give a like to this video, share this video, and subscribe my channel if you are not subscribed it, and show your support to my plant work. Thanks for watching.